Welcome to the Dreams of the Apes Through History.
What up, how are the biddies? What's up, Michael? How's your mom?
Hey man.
Oh, yeah, what's up? Trying to bring it in.
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Hey, man.
Let's go. Alright, go down here, bro. Alright, guys, just go ahead, have whatever you want. I got hella food here. Some Cheerios.
Looks tasty, bro.
Some bananas, bro. We got some what else we got here, bro? We got some butter, bro. Anything you want, bro. Just go ahead, bro. Just eat it, bro. Go ahead.
2 hours later.
Dude, they're all wiped out. They ate way too much. I wonder what they're thinking about. Damn, I wonder what Phil's dreaming about.
Whoa, bro. Oh my god, bro. Crazy night, bro. Oh my. Bro, what's going on, bro? Whoa. Whoa, my god, bro. Chill. What is this, bro? Oh my. It's making appearance. Foundational civilizations developed in a variety of geographical and environmental settings where agriculture flourished. The first states emerged within core civilizations in Mesopotamia and the Nile River Valley. Culture played a significant role in unifying states through laws, language, literature, religion, myths, and monumental art. And I guess they discovered fire too. Beginning about 10,000 years ago, society transformed in the Neolithic Revolution. Agriculture and pastoralism began to transform human societies. The patriarchy
What are you doing? Get out!
and specialization of labor were birthed. Humans began to domesticate plants and animals. Core and foundational civilizations developed in a variety of geographical and environmental settings where agriculture flourished. The first states emerged within core civilizations in Mesopotamia and the Nile River Valley. Culture played a significant role in unifying states through laws, language, literature, religion, myths, and monumental art.
Oh, what the? Where am I? Oh, this is so weird.
What the? What are these? What are these people? Oh, isn't this period too? Isn't this where codifications and further developments of existing religious traditions provided a bond among the people and an ethical code to live by? New belief systems and cultural traditions emerged and spread, often asserting universal truths. Belief systems generally reinforce existing social structures while offering new roles and statues to some men and women. Other religious and cultural traditions continued in some places, incorporated into major religious traditions. Whoa, this looks like the development of states and empires. Huh! Huh! The number and size of key states and empires grew dramatically by imposing political unity on areas that were previously there had been competing states. Empires and states developed new techniques of imperial administration based in part on the success of earlier political forms. The Roman, Han, Persian, Mauryan, and Gupta empires created political, cultural, and administrative difficulties that they could not manage, which eventually led to their decline, collapse, and the transformation into successor empires or states.
Good.
Unique social and economic dimensions developed in imperial societies in Afro-Eurasia and the Americas. Whoa, this looks like the trade among regions. Land and water routes became the basis of trans-regional trade, communication, and exchange networks in the Eastern Hemisphere. New technologies facilitated long-distance communication and exchange. Alongside the trade in goods, the exchange of people, technology, religious and cultural beliefs, food crops, domesticated animals, and disease pathogens developed across far-flung networks of communication and exchange.
Hold up. I gotta go drain the dragon. Hold on a minute. This looks like they're expanding their exchange networks. Improved transportation technologies and commercial practices led to increased volume of trade and expanded the geographical range of existing newly active trade networks. The movement of people caused the environmental and linguistic effects. Cross-cultural exchanges were fostered by intensification of existing or the creation of new networks, trade, and communication. There was continued diffusion of crops, pathogens, including the epidemic disease like the bubonic plague, along with trade networks. Looks like a continuity in state interactions. Empires collapsed in different regions of the world, and in some areas were replaced by new imperial states or political systems. Interregional contacts and conflicts between states and empires encouraged significant technological and cultural transfers. The Mongols, Crusades, Islamic Caliphate, Al-Andalus, Zhengha all spread new technologies, goods, and ideas. It looks like they're increasing economic productivity and capacity. Innovations such as the three-field system and terracing stimulated agricultural and industrial production in many regions. The fate of cities varied greatly, with periods of significant decline and with periods of increased urbanization supported by increased productivity and expanding networks. Despite significant continuities in social structure and in methods of production, there were also some important changes in labor management and in the effect of religious conversion on gender relations and family life.
Yo, what? Oh, this looks like period 4. In period 4, existing regional patterns of trade intensified in the context of the new global circulation of goods. European technological developments in cartography and navigation built on previous knowledge developed in the classical Islamic and Asian worlds. Many new explorers went on voyages to new lands to improve their nation's economic and political influence. The new global circulation of goods was facilitated by royal-chartered European monopoly companies and the flow of silver from the Spanish colonies in the Americas to purchase Asian goods for the Atlantic markets. Regional markets continued to flourish in Afro-Eurasia by using established commercial practices and new transoceanic shipping services developed by European merchants. The new connections between the eastern and western hemispheres resulted in the Columbian Exchange. The Columbian Exchange brought new crops and animals to and from the New World. The increase in interactions between newly connected hemispheres and intensification of connections within hemispheres expanded the spread and reform of existing religions and contributed to both religious conflicts and the creation of syncretic belief systems and practices. The Ice Age contributed to changes in agricultural practices and the contraction of settlement in parts of the northern hemisphere. Traditional peasant agriculture increased in change, plantations expanded, and demand for labor increased. These changes both fed and responded to growing global demand for raw materials and finished products. As new social and political elites changed, they also restructured new ethnic, racial, and gender hierarchies. Rulers used a variety of methods to legitimize and consolidate their power. Imperial expansion relied on the increased use of gunpowder, cannons, and armed trade to establish large empires in both hemispheres. Competition over trade routes, state rivalries, and local resistance all provided significant challenges to state consolidation and expansion.
Whoa, crazy. Dude, I think this is a dream. Damn, dude, oh, wow, that's a factory. This is industrialization. Industrialization fundamentally changed how goods were produced. Industrialists sought raw materials and new markets for the increasing amount and array of goods produced in their factories. Financiers developed and expanded various financial institutions. There were major developments and innovations in transportation and communication required examples of developments in transportation and communication. The development and spread of global capitalism led to a variety of responses.
This is unfair. Socialism is better. Give the money, redistribute to everyone. Everyone gets free portions.
Society changed as labor and economy were industrialized, and the intensification of urbanization, gender roles, and unsatisfactory working conditions and wages. Industrializing powers established transoceanic empires. Industrialism influenced state formation and contraction around the world. In some imperial societies, emerging cultural, religious, and racial ideologies, including social Darwinism, were used to justify imperialism. Enlightenment thoughts questioned established traditions in all areas of life. It sparked the revolutions and rebellions against oppressive governments. Beginning in the 18th century, peoples around the world have developed a new sense of commonality based on language, religion, social customs. This is America. Use this idea of nationalism to unite diverse populations. Nationalism. The global spread of European political and social thought and the increasing number of rebellions stimulated new transnational ideologies and solidarities. To America! We're migrating to America in our train. This is our train. So I'm with all my friends who are from history and period 5, and I'm just like, we're migrating. So migration in many cases was influenced by changes in demographics in both industrialized and non-industrialized societies that presented challenges to existing patterns of living. Migrants, manual laborers, specialized professionals, and coerced laborers relocated for a variety of push-pull factors. The large-scale nature of migration, especially in the 19th century, produced a variety of consequences and reactions to the increasingly diverse societies on the part of the migrants and the existing populations, such as how women had to take on new roles in their homelands because of the majority of migrants being men and them leaving their homeland.
Oh, this must be a dream. Oh my gosh. In period 6, we got new vehicles such as cars, planes, and trains. There was also new communication methods like phones and computers. Also, along with period 6, there was advanced energy and medicine. Along with this, there was also military. And with this, there was also raw materials were being used more, leading to deforestation. Along with technology and industrialization, wars and conflict began like World War I. And then with World War II. And then the Cold War. After these wars, many organizations were created like NATO and the Warsaw Pact. Five-year plans were created to combat economic challenges such as communist Russia and China.
This is the 5-year plan.
New companies were created like UNICEF, which gave food to starving people. Also, the World Trade Organization was created. And then, companies that monopolized different items such as Coca-Cola were created. Women were becoming more equal to men, along with an increase in racial equality. Music, sports, Olympics were becoming very popular, widespread, and bringing together many people.